Hi, Leanne.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, good to see you.
And you?
And we got Sharon that's joined us as well, so that's cool. Good.
All right, well, good morning, everybody, and officially welcome. Welcome back. If you are new to the VTCT Online Collective, good morning and welcome to your community. I am Nicola Steinbach and I'm the Business Development Manager for Hairdressing and lead hairdressing on the VTCT Hair and Barbering Collective. And my wingman, if you haven't already met him, is
Mark Raymond, and I'm the development manager for barbering for the UK, and I work alongside Nicola. And as if this is your first time, then a massive welcome to you. If it's not, you know that we run the VTCT Online Collective. And also we run the collective live events as well. So we've got some fantastic news about those this morning. So we're really looking forward to sharing that with you. Um, and I just want to say that we're running a workshop as well. And we won't be recording that, but we do want people to stay and join because we've got some really great information in there. So if you can be ready to turn your cameras on at that stage and join with us, we'd really, really love that. Nicola.
okay. So, the packed agenda today, slight additional change to the agenda, but we were kicking off with the very fabulous Shelley Lane, who is a very well-known avant-garde specialist, finalist many times for a British Hairdressing Award, avant-garde hairdresser of the year. But here's what you could have won. Unfortunately, life happens and Shelley isn't very well this morning. She's just reached out to us to say that she can barely stand up, so Shelley will not be joining us this morning. And if you were with us on the last collective before the summer, we had a technical issue and Shelley got kicked out. So we're hoping that it's going to be a third time lucky and we'll have Shelley for you next month. But don't worry, we still have plenty lined up for you today because we have a new guest speaker for today. First time to the online collective. We have Tina Robinson joining us. You'll hear more from her shortly. Tina is Head of Global Education Sales Manager for Sassoons. Mark touched on the fact that we have the collective live tour. Well, we are coming back and we have a lot of big news to share with you on the tour. And then, as Mark has also said, we have the workshop. And so we will be recording all of this. And if you are watching this at a later date because you've registered to get the information from us to watch at your own time, you'll see all of this, but you won't see the workshop section of it. And there'll be more on that from Mark shortly. So yeah, sit back and enjoy. We've got a really busy schedule today. We've got a lot of people online, so I'm hoping that everyone's going to stay for the entire session. As we've touched on, the fabulous Shelley is not very well today, so apologies for that. Now, something very special for us for today. So first time we have been very, very excited to say that we have started some work with the Sassoon Academy. And we are really, really pleased to welcome to the collective today, Tina Robinson. And Tina Robinson is the Global Education Sales Manager for Sassoon. And she has a lot of information to share with you today and all about how Sassoon's education can work with and help you in your colleges, your training providers, and help support your curriculum as well. Before I go on to talking to Tina, though, she has a fabulous video to share with us, which showcases all things wonderful Sassoon. This should have sound, but bear with us if the sound doesn't work. So, Mark, if you could share the video, please. Wowzers. Okay, so apologies, there was no sound on that, but hopefully you got the impact there from it. So, Sassoons, Tina, welcome first of all. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's lovely to
And
be here.
yeah, so what we saw there, I think, was 70 years. It's a big celebration time for Sassoons, isn't it? So we're talking about 70 years of Sassoon salons and also 50 years of Sassoon's education. So big year for Sassoon's, isn't it?
Absolutely massive year for us. I don't know if anyone's been following the social media, but we did a bob flash all over London to celebrate, and all over the world actually. Every single one of our salons around the world did a bob flash, and it was fantastic. It's still on the Instagram account, so if you haven't seen it, I would recommend you. It's fantastic. It's such a great celebration.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I did see it. It was amazing. And you know, it's the bob is obviously synonymous with Sassoons. So
yeah.
So why have we got you on here today? So we invited you along, Tina, because we know that there's so much happening with Sassoon's education at the moment, and specifically the work that you are doing with Sassoon Connect and how you're supporting colleges. So do you want to just give us a little bit of an overview and an insight into what is Sassoon Connect?
Yeah, I'd love to. But before that, if I could go back just one step.
Of course.
Just wanted to celebrate those haircuts and say, yes, they're amazing. Yes, they're fabulous. But every one of those haircuts, the person behind them was once an apprentice. And that's what we don't forget here. And we shouldn't forget that we all have to start somewhere. And this industry is incredible, and it can take you to so many fantastic places within your career. I personally was a YTS.
I also was a YTS, so we're showing off our age, any fellow YTS in the room.
Yeah, and I did a blended learning. So I was at Sassoon's in Manchester, but I also was at Abraham Moss College as well. So, you know, I have been through college, so I know what it feels like to be a student in college. And I've also worked with colleges. In this life, I'm working with them, and in a previous life. So I know what you're up against at the minute, ladies and gentlemen. It's not always easy, but you're doing a great job. So yeah, well done. Hats off to you. So Sassoon 70. This business has been through so much change, like everybody else. The pandemic floored us, and we had to reinvent ourselves. And we've always, for the last 50 years, delivered education. It was Vidal's dream to teach his system of haircutting and to leave a legacy behind. So Sassoon Connect is our way of saying to colleges, you know, keep doing what you're doing. It's blooming brilliant. And if we can help you too with our system, then if it's for you, fantastic. If it isn't, fantastic. Just, you know, if we can help in any other way, just reach out to us. And that's what we're about. We want to be accessible to everyone. We want to celebrate hair, not just Sassoons. We want to celebrate hair.
Okay, exciting. So how does the Sassoon Connect kind of experience, how will that enhance the college journey?
Yeah, good question. So I don't know how everybody is, and each college that I've visited has had a different story, but the main thread that runs through the questions that I ask is that it's getting more and more difficult to recruit students. And it's not just the recruitment of students, but also the retention of them. And in addition to that, some of the lecturers are leaving because, you know, there's not enough numbers, or they're just fed up, or good for them, they're retiring. Two of my really good friends have lectured in Wigan and Leek College for over 30 years, and they're like, no, we're done. We're going home to the grandbabies. So the way that we feel Sassoon Connect can help is with the retention and recruitment of the students. It's not a secret that when the students leave college, they'll be looking for work or have had a Saturday job. With great education and a Sassoon diploma attached to great education that the teachers deliver, it makes them more employable.
Yeah, and I think that certainly one of the things that we also talk to colleges all the time, and we echo that sentiment and we hear the challenges. And I think when, interestingly enough, Mark's workshop today is all about, you know, retention and motivation, because it is a big challenge, and it's something that's become more of a challenge as we have come through the COVID years, which, you know, hopefully we are through now, but then there's new challenges that we're facing all the time. So what's unique about the Sassoon Connect? Because there's a lot of education platforms out there. So what's your kind of USP? How does it
I don't know if it's any better than the others. I don't know if we've got a USP. What we've got is a system of haircutting, precision haircutting, that once you master that technique, the ABC, you can do anything. So you saw all the pictures. That was the reason to lead with that video. That is the Sassoon technique. And what we do, we train the trainers. So once you've got that training, it's yours forevermore, isn't it? You know, that's the way my mum used to say to me, Sassoons, yeah, go for it, T, because once you've got that skill, you've always got it. You know, you can always do whatever you want in life. And I blooming well have. I blooming well have. I've had a wonderful career and I love this industry and I love the people in it. It's fantastic. So what we want to do with Sassoon Connect is teach the techniques and the philosophy behind the program. And we break it down to lines, layers, and graduation, the ABC. We've got ABC cut, ABC colour, and ABC men's. And that's the way that we break it down. So once you've got the fundamental techniques, you've got all the skills necessary to take that further into other areas of your hair cutting.
Excellent.
Colouring, barbering.
Yeah, and I guess that something that we talk about this a lot as well, and we do this a lot through the work that we do on our collective live tour as well, is that we have to really reinforce to the younger generation, that the new ones coming into the industry, that you need your fundamentals, don't you? So you can't people want to sometimes skip to the wild and wacky and creative things, and you can do all of that, but you need to know your fundamentals first of all, isn't it? So I think that it's this kind of ABC fundamental is still at the heart of the creative and more inspirational and kind of aspirational looks that you see out there. So, but on that, I guess one of the things that people want to know is, what is the latest trends, what's coming up next, that type of thing. So how does Sassoon Connect kind of keep informing the people about the latest trends and techniques? Or does it, or does it not?
It does, yeah. So how it works, how the actual thing works is that it's a train the trainer program, and then the trainers are supported to train the students, and you get an online platform with that. So you're not just left on your own, you get, and you also get help from the trainers that come into the college to help you understand the ABC, or if you come to us, it depends. There's lots of options. Not many tutors choose the online option. They prefer to be in person. I learn better that way. I'm a visual kinesthetic learner. If you stick a screen on and there's not anybody there to, you know, to show me tension or to show me the line, I don't think I could cope, if I'm perfectly honest, which is why we train the trainers in person, and then they have the support of the online program and the books and everything else that goes with it per student. So but we can be flexible. It depends on the college and what they need.
Okay, so that was probably that's very nicely led into my next question, I guess. So first of all, this is something that's kind of is open to any college, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's flexibility within how that learning works?
Yeah.
Is there a time scale, those types of things? What's the nitty-gritty?
Yeah, so there's an initial sign-up fee which gives you your first lot of education for the teachers, and that's renewable each year. And then there's a fee per student, and what that gets the student is all the learning. So it gets them access to the website, which lasts for a year. It gets so they can learn on their own. And please bring me back to that, Nick, because I'll go off piste in a minute.
Okay.
But bring me back to that because that's important. And then they get the set of books, physical books, and the 36 haircuts that they need for the ABC.
Wow.
And sorry, and then the teacher will be coached in how to teach that, but it's not that you don't know how to teach. Please don't think that. But we all need someone to buzz off sometimes, don't we? Especially if you're in charge. I love having a buddy to go, am I doing this right? Or can I just check this with you? So, you know, and I'm constantly learning every day. I'm 55 years old and I've still got a learning mindset. So everybody needs somebody, I think, that can mentor them or help them or just check in with them.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that you and I have spoke about quite a lot actually is that and you've already said this, but just to kind of expand further, is that the colleges out there are doing a phenomenal job in difficult times. There's funding challenges, there's learner challenges, there's staffing challenges, there's all of these challenges that everyone is being faced with, and this is a national picture. We have people from Scotland, England, Ireland, Wales on the collective, so it's not kind of just bespoke to an area, it's happening everywhere. And I think that one of the things that we as an awarding organisation, which is why this is such an exciting kind of opportunity to discuss this, is we're really committed to making sure that we say to all the colleges, we see you, we know what challenges you're up against, and we want to work with you to help you overcome those challenges. And also we know how hungry the teaching people, that's why everyone's on this collective, because they are hungry to keep improving themselves, making sure they're armed with all the latest tools and techniques and things to give them the best, because ultimately everyone on this call is responsible for the future of our industry, isn't it? And the creation of them. So I think that's really important, and it's a real, I don't know if it is a step change or it's maybe something that I've just become aware of, that a global brand like Sassoons has really made a commitment to the education sector. I think that's probably, it may not be a step change, but it's certainly something that we are seeing loud and clear.
Yeah, I think we've become more accessible, haven't we, really? We for ages we were the best kept secret because we just kept going the way we were going, but COVID shook everybody up. You know, we've changed our model completely. Believe it or not, Sassoons has been in out of business twice, but we've got back up on our feet and we have made it better. And I've joined again as Global Education Manager, you know, for the world. It's brilliant. And do you know what's brilliant about it? You see so many students coming through the academy in London from all walks of life, from all areas of the world, and you see a different learning attitude. That's the word I use. That was when I said to you, bring me back to this, Nick.
Yeah.
I was just having a chat with our principal, Reese, and James, who is amazing, one of our teachers. He's also does other things in his role. And they both have real success with the long-term students, the 24-week diploma, the 30-week diploma students, because James approaches it in a way that he says to them, this is here for you, but how you get through it is down to you. How much effort you put in is down to you. He puts all the responsibility of learning on the student, and he says, and you're not guaranteed to pass, you know, so you've got to be hungry for it, you've got to want it. And then he shows them the Japanese students. The Japanese students are in early, they're practicing a blow dry on a dolly head. At lunchtime, you know, they might be doing a haircut on a dolly head. They might be going out and getting models that they want to cut. You know,
Yeah.
you do provide models for them, but they might think, no, I want to do this.
Mhm.
They've got a completely different attitude to learning than some of the students that come through. And believe me, I've seen some situations in colleges and I think, I don't know if I could do it. You're amazing. All of you are absolutely incredible, because there are other challenges that are coming up with the students right now. And you know, an attitude seems to be one of
Yeah.
them. So we teach that from day one. And you really do see a difference in them once we keep saying to them, it's your responsibility, it's your responsibility. I'll help you, but it's your responsibility.
Yeah, amazing. And I guess Connect, whilst it's based on the fundamentals, it's very much designed to support the curriculum, isn't it? To support the hairdressing curriculum in colleges. So is that something that you guys have looked at, and you kind of have an understanding of what's happening in the curriculum, and you're working, you and I spoke about, you know, we're not in competition here, VTCT and Sassoons are we're on the same pathway. We're both, you know, a regulated qualification is absolutely at the heart of everything, and the regulation is the starting point for everything. So we are not trying to say off you go and do a Sassoons. We are saying do a regulated qualification and enhance what you're doing with this program alongside it, aren't we?
Yeah, you're going to pop the Connect brochure in the chat, aren't you? But
Yes.
when all the teachers see what the ABC is, it will make sense. It will make complete sense, because you're teaching it already.
Yeah.
You just might not be teaching it in a certain way that we teach it. So that's okay. That's absolutely okay. But it might be something that you look at and you think, do you know what? That would make such a difference. And if that is for you, brilliant. I'm not teaching you to suck eggs. You can all cut hair, you can all teach, you can teach better than I can teach, you know, but it's there, as Nicola said, as a support and just something else to elevate your college, to elevate your students, to elevate the retention of your students, of your teachers. And then also, I think the most important thing at the end of the day is that they leave college and work and are proud of what they do.
Absolutely. So shall we show, I am going to put the brochure into the chat, but shall we have just a look at the brochure, and you can talk us through some of the points here. So just checking that we're on the wrong page. Bear with me. There we go.
Yeah. So this is just a page to show you the course overview of what's included. So the foundation, the principles, and then the blow drying. And I'm not going to read it to you, but the ABC, as you can see down the side, A is about the lines, B is the graduation, and C is the layers. So it's a very systematic approach. And Vidal was obsessively systematic. All the artistic directors are obsessively systematic, and learners, people that choose to be hairdressers, they don't know it until they're taught it, but they are innately visual kinesthetic learners. And if they're shown a system of cutting hair, then it will just sink in. It's so easy. It's ABC.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at another page.
So at the end of the course, they'll get a Sassoon certification, which alongside with, are you with, is like your City and Guilds or your...
No, so it's all VTCT. So it will be sit alongside their VTCT regulated qualification.
Yeah, but any qualification that is government led, this is like your icing or your sprinkles on top of it. But it is a Sassoon certification, and it opens doors after you've left college. Massively opens the doors for them. In addition to that, we recruit at Sassoons, not always from within. They don't have to have gone through our academy. So is there any shining stars? They would be welcome to come and, join as a Vardra and see if they wanted to work at Sassoons. So that is something that maybe, is also a plus.
Yeah, and we talk about all the time, there's many different career pathways that people can go. Some people, everyone has, that this is the great thing about this industry. Get your fundamentals, get your experience, get your qualifications, get your enrichments, and then the world's your oyster, regardless of what pathway you want to follow.
Yeah.
And then the final page here.
Yeah, so it's what we talk about is the benefits of the membership. So you're an extension of the Sassoon Academy to us. So if you look great, we look great. If you don't look great, we don't look great. So it's in our interest for our education to support you and elevate everything that you do. So we class you, if you were to become a member, as one of us, which I think is beautiful. It's like a one big massive family. As I said before, and you'll have a look through the booklet, there's 36 modules of education and demos, ongoing teacher training and certification for the team to elevate the skill set. It's globally recognised, and I think that's really important to mention. You know, all the big names, Sassoon, Trevor Sorbie, Tony and Guy, you know that name, you know. So it does open doors for people. And then we also do online, we do virtual instructors to support. So if you were coming up to a specific module that they needed to pass and you thought that, do you know what, it'd be really good, but we can't bring the team to the college, but we can do something that's online. James, the person I spoke to you about before, he did a Zoom call of education over to India, L'Oreal in India, to over 300 students, and it was a cutting demo, and it was absolutely fantastic and super successful. So that's available. The curriculum building consultation for the education team, all the books you get preferred pricing on, and then preferred pricing on Sassoon Educations at the academies, should they wish to further the education. So if it's not part of Sassoon Connect and then they wanted to further that education with us, you would get preferred pricing on that.
Amazing. I'm going to stop sharing this brochure just now.
Yeah.
So for everybody on the call, I'm going to put the brochure in the chat so that you can download it. But Tina, if anyone on this call or is watching the recording afterwards wants to find out more, how do they get in touch with you? What can they do to kind of talk about this in more detail specific to them?
If you just email me, I'll happily jump on a call, or I'll even come in person if you prefer. I like in person. I like a cup of coffee and a good chat. I don't mind that at all. But if you haven't got time for that, I'll happily jump on and explain in further details, excuse me, once you've gone through the brochure.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you. So thank you, Tina. I am going to go back to normal view now. I'm going to put before the end of the meeting, I'll put the brochure into the chat. But does anyone have any burning questions for Tina at the moment before we move on? If not, don't worry. I will put Tina's contact details in the afterwards as well. Okay, Mark, can you go back to the slides, please? So while we're on Sassoons, this is the gift that just keeps giving, because in the background over the last few couple of months, we have been working very closely with Tina and the team at the House of Sassoon, and we are doing an exclusive VTCT Presents an audience with the House of Sassoon. This is a one-off event that is open to college lecturers only. There is a QR code on the screen here, and this QR code gives you the opportunity to register your interest for it. Now, disclaimer, this is in London, but that is where the House of Sassoon is. But it's not open just to people from London. It is Monday the 9th of December, and it's from 2 o'clock till 5 o'clock. And it is Look and Learn ABC with the principal of the House of Sassoon. I've got that right, Tina, haven't I? It's Reese that you've just been referencing. And Tina and I have been talking about this. The team at Sassoon are very, very excited about VTCT bringing college lecturers from hopefully from all over the country to the House of Sassoon to have an insight into Look and Learn of what the ABC is all about. This event is complimentary, there is no charge to it. So we will share the QR code again afterwards, but please, if you have any interest in wanting to have an amazing afternoon out, we appreciate if you live further away, make a day of it. Get yourself down to London, it's close to Christmas, and have a day Christmas shopping and then an afternoon with Sassoons. So yeah, we're very excited about that. If anyone does want to know any more details about it, I'm managing the event. So you've all got my contact details. You can drop me an email as well and I can talk to you a little bit more about it or give you any more information. But if you wish to, scan the QR code, register your interest, because yeah, we are really, really excited about this. So it's Monday, the 9th of December, 2 o'clock at the House of Sassoon. So hopefully we'll see some of you there. And once again, thank you to you, Tina, for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's time. The Collective Live. It just feels like a minute since we done 10 dates travel in the UK, but we are back. Next slide, please, Mark. And we are back with the Collective Live 2.0. We are back for 24-25, and we have a new lineup, a new set of guest artists, so a lot of things to look forward to. We have new partners for 24-25. You can see from the screen there, we have the amazing Cloud9 joining us for the tour as one of our partners. We have the fantastic Denman joining us, and we have our first ever media partner for the tour. And our media partner needs no introduction, it is Hairdressers Journal. So we have listened to your feedback, because after the tour, we took some time out, Mark and I, to get feedback from everybody, reflect on what you enjoyed about the events, what you wanted to see more of, and we listened to you. So we have our new partners, Cloud9, Denman, and Media Hairdressers Journal, which means you're going to see it everywhere. And what are we doing for you? Next slide, please, Mark. So you can read this, but we have a packed agenda. One of the things that came through loud and clear is that you love the diversity of guest artists that we bring for hairdressing and barbering, and you want to see more hairdressing and barbering demonstrations. So we've packed in to 2.5 hours as much hairdressing and barbering as you can imagine, as you can get into that time. So Mark and I will be presenting to you a combination of hairdressing and barbering demonstrations. We are going to be including colour demonstrations this year because that's something that was asked for. Mark is working very closely with all of the leading names in barbering, up and coming, to bring you different types of techniques and looks. So everything from textured hair through to your fundamentals, going back to what Tina was talking about, fundamentals with fades. We have Cloud9 on the entire tour with us, and they are going to be doing a demonstration on their brand new innovation, the temperature calculator. You're going to see a lot of models from Cloud9. You're going to be seeing different hair textures. You're going to be seeing how colour works, how heat affects colour. So you're going to be seeing a lot of really interesting things here. New for 2024 and 25, Mark and I have created a college student showcase, and this is where you're going to be seeing students showcase the work that they've been doing, because going back to what we've been talking about all along in the meeting so far today is it all starts with the student, doesn't it? It all starts with their learning and giving them a platform to hopefully showcase all the great work that the host colleges have been doing with them. We're going straight back to a lot more hairdressing and barbering magic. And we will be having a catwalk finale, so you can see the whole breadth of the models. If you've been to a collective live before, you know that we have a lot of fun. You get great gifts to take away with you. And you also get the chance to win some prizes. And of course, we're doing all of that and more this time. So there will be some phenomenal goodie bags. Our fantastic partners, Denman and Cloud9 and HG, have very kindly donated some amazing gifts for us. We have some really exciting competitions and some great prizes to give away. And brand new for 24-25, we do have a money can't buy prize that one student and one college will win. Now, we're not going to give you any clues about that at the moment, but it is a phenomenal prize for somebody to win. So where are we going? Next slide, Mark, please. So far, we only have 4 dates announced, but fear not, we are doing 8 dates in total. We have a QR code here that takes you directly to the events page. So we have a very busy November, Mark and we are kicking off the tour in my homeland. We start in the city of Glasgow College on the 7th of November. We're then moving down the country to the northwest, I'm going to say, Skelmersdale, Liverpool area, and we will be at West Lancashire College. Then we are all taking flight and we are heading over to Northern Ireland, and we're doing our very first ever Northern Ireland collective, which we're very excited about. Met with them yesterday. And then we are moving into the Midlands. We didn't do a lot of work in the Midlands area on the last tour, so we're really excited to be going to the University College of Birmingham in February. If you're sat here thinking, but what about me? Where are you going to be going next? Please watch the space for the events calendar, and we will be updating you on each of the events, because I know that Mark has been all over the country in the last couple of weeks meeting with colleges, because we know that we've got quite a lot of other places that we're going to be going. So please watch the space for that. All other dates, there'll be no more dates this side of the year. All other dates will be from January to March next year. If you are registered with us already, which you are all here, you will have got an email yesterday outlining the times, all of that type of thing, and how to book. But the QR code's there. Check the events page, check our socials, and we hope to see you all there. Okay, so this now ends the part of the meeting that's going to be recorded. I'm going to stop the recording and hand you over to Mark to talk to you about our workshop. So thank you.